Hey guys, welcome to Red Pill Therapy with Dr. Tony. This is another banger yet again from Kevin Samuels, and he's really just on point with this one. This woman rates herself, I believe, a 6 out of the shower or the fresh face. Well, trust me, man. Look at this woman. She is not a 6. She ain't even anywhere close to this. And this is the woman who thinks she has to settle for someone. The infamous video about that. I'm only bringing this video up because even though it's a few years old, because the message is still relevant. So let's check it out and see. I'm going to jump in and give you my opinion as we go along.
I'm supposed to settle for a regular type dude.
Yes.
How tall are you?
I am 5'3".
Dress size?
I am a medium.
Dress size? Number?
Age
12.
10.
How much did you weigh last time you weighed yourself?
157.
Fresh face out of the shower, just your natural face. On a scale from 1 to 10, what would you rank your
my
looks?
natural face.
Okay, fresh face out of the shower, your natural face. You can't use 7. What would you rank yourself, 1 to 10?
A 6.
Okay. A 6 is right above average. A 5 is average, right? You're 5'3", 100, dress size 10, so that's above average weight. 5'3", you should be roughly dress size 4. 4'6", 125 pounds. Even if I believe you're 157, 160, you're almost 33 pounds, 33% over your ideal target weight. And you have, listen. If you're average to cute looking, if you're below average health from a weight standpoint, and you have 2 children, overall, does that make you below average, average, or above average? Factor all those things in together.
You better say below.
Average.
So why should you get anything then why should you get above average? What do you mean settle for? You should get what you are.
I see millionaires with average women all the time.
Yeah, but millionaires with average women, those average women don't look like you because you're not average. You are well below average. You're giving yourself a compliment, trying to boost your ego up just by saying you're average. No further they could be from the truth than that. So let's see.
They don't have big chest tattoos either, and 2 other kids. Man, I'm just saying. Okay, I want to. No. I mean, let's be honest. Why should an average woman say she's settling for an average man? Maybe
ain't nothing wrong with it. Wait.
No. You said so. I should just settle. No, you said that. Listen. You said so. I should just settle for an average guy, and I'm like, you're an average woman. Why should you not?
I would be settling. I mean, nothing wrong with it.
Look at this face right here. A funky, stink-ass attitude, 2 kids. And she says she's going to settle. Hey, a corpse would be settling for this woman. And I know I'm being hard on her, but again, this shows you the delusion that a lot of women, she is representative or represents the delusion that so many women have these days. This woman has probably been with some above average guys, maybe some guys with money. Hey, but all they did is use her. They pumped and dumped her. They took her for a few laps around the track and they left. And as you hear with other channels, other creators will tell you, which is true, these women conflate or confuse the sex for actual genuine burning attraction in relationship. These guys that hit her, they don't want no relationships, because if they did, she'd be with one of these high value guys. She wouldn't be here on Kevin's show trying to figure it all out. So take a good long look at that face. That's the face of delusion, and many women do think like this. So let's continue to check it out.
Why would you be settling and he wouldn't? So what would he be doing? Right. Would he be upgrading?
Hell no.
He don't got no money. So if he don't have no money,
you ain't fine enough for no money.
I'm not fine enough for money.
You ain't?
No. You're
average
six.
women
You're five.
date
You're five. You said
billionaires.
you're six, ma'am. You said you're six. You don't get money.
Nope.
You get second shift at the plant.
That's right.
Did you go to college?
No, I didn't.
Nope.
Okay, ma'am. So
I have my own business, though.
congratulations. Don't care.
I got my lash business.
Ma'am, you got 2 children. And you said you are 6. I give you, okay, 5, 6. Your numbers together would be average. So why? So an average man would be upgrading to get you?
Look, I didn't say all that.
I'm asking, ma'am, because we're just having a conversation. You said you'd be settling, so by extension, he would be.
Okay, so I guess we'll be settling for each other.
Well, no. But my issue is, you said settling for him. That means you'd be getting something less than what you deserve. When we settle, we get less.
I already have everything that I need. If he's not adding to me, then that will be settling, right?
Fabian, I want you to understand what I asked you last night. I asked this question oftentimes with Black women. If you have to work as hard today or harder if you want children with a husband, would you rather have a husband or be single? And almost 100% of the time, Black women would say, if I have to work as hard as I am today with a husband, I'd rather be single.
Yep.
Because a husband is not, just by being a man ain't enough. He's supposed to make her life easier. That is why I have no problem telling women to die alone. It is not our job to make women's lives easier.
Box wine.
It's our job to protect, provide, but that's not necessarily easy. It's harder.
Yeah, back in the day, it was the woman's job to make the man's life easier. She'd have the beer in the hand, bring him his slippers, bring him the newspaper when we used to have those things called newspapers. Let him sit in the reclining chair and get that set up and put some food out, massage his feet, okay? Because she put a value on what he did. The woman doesn't even put a value on what you do. You got to work there 12. Look, hey, you guys know I'm a psychotherapist. I see it all the time. A lot of my clients, hey, the man's working 12, 14, 16 hours a day, got to hit traffic, and then has to do half the woman's chores at home. And a lot of these women don't even work. You see what I'm saying? So make that make sense. So look, the dynamics have changed. And women, women want to define a man. So us men still have a role. Women don't have a role. Their role is whatever they want it to be, and that's why it's all fucked up right now. So let's keep listening.
Relationships are hard. So, ma'am, you got all the things you need, except somebody to share life with.
Yep.
And the man who can meet your standards, okay? Can he meet other women's standards? Okay, then why should he not get the best? If he can meet your high standard, he can meet another woman's standard. And all I'm saying is that why should a man have to settle for a woman with 2 kids? Because you got a business?
They don't have, Kevin, they don't have to settle for me.
But you said you'd be settling for him.
Okay, just like you, Kevin, you say that high value men are supposed to have money, right? That's what you say. So if they don't have money, that means their value is low, right?
No.
And you go off women.
No. If you want to know, no. High value men, that's a completely different component. That's less than 10% of men. Mm-hmm. And high value men get high value women who are in high demand.
Right.
That's not your category.
So I'm going to stop it right there for now. So Kevin said it all right there. High value men who, yes, do have money, they get high value women, but she ain't no high value woman because she is refusing to look at her age. I forget if they said what age she was, but look, this woman is clearly in her mid-30s, if not more. And if she ain't, she just damn sure looks old. 2 kids, obviously overweight, ratchet, ghetto, that titty tattoo on her chest. Look, you ain't taking her on your arm to the company, high-level company function. Yeah, like he's saying, all these women will size the other wives will size her up. And the dude would be embarrassed. I'd be embarrassed. Well, I'd never be with someone like that anyway. So, look, once again, This woman in this face, that's the face of delusion. Okay, once again, just because a couple so-called high value guys banged her out, she thought she was eligible to get that, to keep that, but she can't keep it. And what did Kevin say earlier? Hey, someone who looks like you don't get no money, and you don't get no high value guy. And that's just it. That's the way it is. And a woman like this will never change. So, guys, listen, don't feel sorry for these women, okay? I'm not saying be happy that they're maybe going through some tough times and, just maybe they're lonely and can't find what they want. But this woman, she's not the worst looking woman on earth. And I'm sure she looked better when she was younger. This woman and most women, by the time they get around her age in their mid-30s, this woman has had several opportunities for good men, and there are good men out there who would still be with this one woman and take care of her, but she don't want them. She don't want to. In her mind, if the guy isn't 10 light years ahead of her, she's settling. But they have to settle for her. But that's okay in her head, you see. But she's walking into a Porsche dealership with only enough money for a Nissan Sentra. And so she's, you don't get no test drive. You get turned away at the door. They tell you to go across the street to that other dealership where your little $2,000 will work for you, if that. So again, you guys, I just wanted to highlight this video. Again, don't feel bad for these women that are delusional. They've made their bed. They got to sleep in it. You live your life. You run your race. You self-improve in all areas of your life, in your fitness, in your goals in life and purpose, in your finances, right? Obviously your health, your mental health too. We invest in those things, okay? Self-improvement all the way around, okay? Did I mention women in any of these? Nah. Did I mention dating apps? I mean, not that you can't be on them, but did I mention going out and doing cold approach in the mall and the food court and all that crap that we did as kids in the 80s, early 90s? No. Again, when you're on your game in life, gentlemen, women will fall into place. They suddenly appear. That's how it always goes. So be on your game in life. Get good at something. Develop a talent. Just stay on the grind to get where you want to be. If you invest on the front end, my friends, it will pay off on the back end. Trust me. All right, you guys, like, comment, subscribe, okay? On the comments, share anything you want. Share what kind of videos you might like to see. Hey, you know what? For you haters out there, drop me some hate too. Hey, that's fine. Hey, I talk to everyone. I'm cool with everyone. So I'd love to hear from you guys. What you got to say. Again, like, comment, and subscribe. This is Dr. Tony, and I am out. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.